What if your cat is not lazy or antisocial or just a cat being a cat, but is actually depressed? And what if the signs have been right in front of you the whole time, and you just did not know what you were looking at? Here are the signs your cat may be silently struggling, and what you can do right now to help them. 1. They have stopped grooming themselves. A cat that stops grooming is not being lazy. It is one of the most serious behavioral red flags in feline psychology. Cats are obsessive self-groomers by nature. They spend up to 50% of their waking hours maintaining their coat. So when that stops, when the fur starts to mat, when they look unkempt, when they are no longer doing the thing they have done every day of their life, something is deeply wrong. A 2019 study from the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery found that reduced grooming was one of the top 3 behavioral indicators of clinical depression and chronic pain in cats. Notice the condition of your cat's coat today. If it is not what it used to be, that is not age, that is a signal too. They have lost interest in play. Does your cat barely react when you drag a toy across the floor? Do they watch it with flat, dull eyes instead of that electric, predatory focus they used to have? Play is not optional for cats. It is neurologically necessary. The hunting sequence, stalk, chase, pounce, catch, activates reward pathways in the feline brain in the same way exercise and achievement activate dopamine in humans. When those pathways go dark, cats stop wanting to engage. Research from the University of Edinburgh found that cats who showed decreased play interest were significantly more likely to be experiencing chronic stress or depression-related conditions. If your cat used to be playful and no longer is, that is not maturity. That is withdrawal. 3. They are sleeping more than usual. I know what you are thinking. Cats sleep 16 hours a day. How would I even notice? But cat owners who pay attention know their cat's baseline. They know which couch corner they claim in the morning, how they respond to sounds, whether they shift positions or open an eye when someone walks past. A depressed cat does not sleep like a resting cat. They sleep to disappear. They find the darkest, most isolated corner of the house. They do not react when you walk in. They curl tightly into themselves. If your cat's sleep has shifted from restful to avoidant, you are watching them retreat from the world, and that matters. And here right in the middle of this, hit like and subscribe if you care about your cat's mental health. It genuinely helps other owners find information like this. 4. They have stopped eating the way they used to. Depression in cats frequently manifests as appetite changes, either dramatic undereating or, in some cases, compulsive stress eating. A 2020 study published in PLOS One found that cats experiencing chronic psychological stress showed measurable changes in feeding behavior, including longer periods between meals, disinterest in food they previously enjoyed, and reduced time spent at the food bowl. If your cat is turning their nose up at their favorite food, walking away from their bowl, or losing weight without a medical explanation, their brain is communicating that something is wrong. Do not wait on this one. A vet visit and a serious look at their environment are both warranted. 5. They have become aggressive or unusually clingy. Depression in cats does not always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like irritability. A cat who snaps when touched, who hisses at people they used to like, who seems permanently on edge. That cat may not be getting mean. They may be suffering. Pain and psychological distress both manifest as aggression in cats because aggression is one of their few outputs for discomfort. On the flip side, some depressed cats go the opposite direction. They become Velcro cats, suddenly following you from room to room, crying when you leave, unable to settle. Both extremes can signal the same underlying problem. A cat who is struggling and does not know how to ask for help in a way we understand. 6. Something in their world recently changed. Cats are creatures of routine to a degree most owners underestimate. A new pet, a move, the loss of another animal companion, a change in your work schedule, the absence of someone they bonded with. Any of these can tip a cat into genuine grief and depression. Research from the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals found that cats in multi-pet households who lost a companion animal showed behavioral changes consistent with mourning in up to 63% of cases. Changes like reduced appetite, vocalization, and searching behavior. Cats do not process loss the way we do. They just feel the absence and do not understand why the world suddenly feels different. Here's the truth about cat depression that most people never hear. It is treatable. It responds to environmental enrichment, play, routine, bonding, and sometimes veterinary intervention. But the first step is recognizing it. Your cat cannot make an appointment. They cannot write you a note. They can only show you through their behavior that something has changed inside them. You are their only advocate. And now that you know what to look for, you can actually show up for them in a way that matters.